Yes. Today we are going to see what is exothermic process and endothermic process. If you go to see exothermic process, it is a process in which heat is given out. What is exothermic process? The word itself tells you exo. Exo means out. So here what kind of a process it is? It is a process. Exothermic is a process in which heat is given out. For example, when sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, it dissolves in water. When it dissolves in water, there is evolution of heat. Evolution of heat means what? Heat is being given out at a larger amount, and when heat is given out, okay, what happens? It gives rise to rise in the temperature. Therefore, exothermic process means a process in which the heat is given out. Here the equation is written over here. NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, when it is dissolved in water, that is H2O, what happens? It leads or it gives rise to the rise in the temperature. So you can see over here heat is being given out. Then what do you mean by endothermic process? The meaning of endothermic process, endo means in. Okay, so here in this process what happened? Heat is absorbed or heat is taken in from the outer surrounding, heat is being taken inside. So here if potassium nitrate, when it dissolves in water, what happened? It absorbs the heat, or the heat is being absorbed. And when heat is being absorbed, when potassium nitrate is dissolved in water, what happens? There is a great fall in the temperature, and therefore you can see over here potassium nitrate, when it dissolves in water, what happens? The heat is absorbed from the outer surrounding, and it gives to what happened? It gives to potassium nitrate, where the temperature has been decreased, or there is a great fall into the temperature. Let us discuss what is endothermic and exothermic reactions. Now, what do you mean by endothermic reaction? In endothermic reaction is a reaction where heat is being involved or where heat is being absorbed. So that reaction, that chemical reaction is called as endothermic reaction. So here you can see here CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate, here plus heat, means what is happening when calcium carbonate is heated. So what is observed over here? Heat is being observed. Okay, it gives you calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide gas. So here in this chemical reaction you can see heat is being observed or heat is being taken in. So this such kind of reaction is called as endothermic reaction, where heat is being observed. Now, what do you mean by exothermic reaction? The meaning of exothermic reaction is where heat is being given out. Heat is being given out to transfer or to form product is called as exothermic reaction. In the here in this example, in this chemical reaction, you can see calcium oxide. When it reacts with water, it gives you calcium hydroxide, plus heat. So what you can see over here? Here you can see heat is being given out. In this equation, chemical equation, heat is being given out. Therefore, the chemical reaction in which heat is being given out is called as exothermic reaction. Now, what do you mean by rate of chemical reaction? Now, what happened many a times, the chemical reaction which takes place, some of the chemical reaction which takes place, this chemical reaction are completed in very short period or in short time. It means what? They occur very quickly or they occur very rapidly. So and some chemical reaction, what happen? They take a longer period or longer time to complete the chemical reaction. So the process takes very slowly, or the reaction takes place very slowly, and that is called as rate of chemical reaction. So what do you mean by rate of chemical reaction? That there are some chemical reaction where the reaction takes place very quickly, rapidly, and that is and some chemical reaction which takes place in a longer period, or it takes slow process to complete its chemical reaction, and that is called as rate of chemical reaction. For here, if you go to see an example, the first example here is cooking gas starts burning on ignition. So when your mother takes a lighter or a matchstick, whatever, as he ons the knob of the stove, what will happen, and she ignite it, what will happen? Immediately the cooking gas starts, isn't it? So how is the process done over there? It is quick, it is rapid, okay, it is done fast. So that is rate of chemical reaction. Here the second example, you can see iron articles undergoes rusting. Now suppose your bicycle, which is made of an iron, you keep it out for 6 to 8 months, okay, after suddenly you see that the iron, your bicycle has been rusted म्हणजे गंज लागली. So what it is, all of a sudden in one day the bicycle didn't get rust. It took a longer period to get it rust, as it came in contact with the moisture which is present in the air. So when it comes in contact with the moisture present in the air, what will happen? The iron article, maybe anything it may be, so it takes time, a longer period to get to undergo rusting. So here you can see what has happened. It takes longer period for the chemical reaction to take place. Third example, again you can see erosion of soil or rocks takes place to form soil. Now we know how the erosion of rocks takes place. Layers of rocks are being carried out by the rainwater, by the wind, by the sun. That is called as weathering, which is in geography. And when these layers of the rock are washed away, then what happened? You see the layers of rocks, soil are being formed. So this process also doesn't happen rapidly. It also takes a longer period. It also occurs slowly. So all the three example tells us about the rate of chemical reaction. And what is the rate of chemical reaction? That some chemical reaction completes their reaction very fastly or rapidly, and some chemical reaction they complete their reaction slowly or takes a longer period, and that is only called as rate of chemical reaction. Now let us understand the factors that affects the rate of chemical reaction. Now we have already seen what is rate of chemical reaction. I told you some reactions are completed very quickly, rapidly, okay, in short time, whereas some reactions they are not completed very quickly, rapidly, but they take a longer period to complete the reaction, or the process is very slow. Now which are the factors that affects the rate of chemical reaction? You can see here there are 5 factors which affects the rate of chemical reaction. The first is nature of the reactants. What is the first one? The nature of the reactant. Here we are going to see a small experiment over here. Okay, here what happens when metals like aluminum, that is Al, and metal like zinc, that is Zn, okay, it reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. Now what happens when aluminum and zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid? Here you can see that the reaction of aluminum takes faster as that compared to the zinc. What happened when aluminum reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid? It reacts very fastly. Than that of zinc. It means the nature of the metal is responsible for the difference. Okay, aluminum is more reactive than the zinc. It means what? That aluminum, when it reacts with or combines with dilute hydrochloric acid, the process takes faster and it reacts very quickly, whereas zinc does not react very quickly, and therefore aluminum metal is more reactive than the zinc metal, and therefore the rate of the reaction of aluminum with hydrochloric acid is high. Therefore the rate of reaction of the aluminum metal is higher than that of the zinc metal, and therefore you can see here the nature of the metal. This then the second factor we are going to see, size of particles of reactants. Size matters. Okay, if the size is larger, and the size is smaller due to the size of the particle. Okay, it affects the rate of chemical reaction. Let us see through a small experiment over here. If you take a powder of Shabad tiles, you may knowing what is Shabadi tiles, okay, in equal weight. Okay, now what you take pieces of Shabadi tiles also, and you take powder Shabadi tile also. Okay, so you know the pieces of Shabadi tiles, the size is bigger, whereas the powder Shabadi tiles, the size of that Shabadi are very minute, they are very small. Now here if you add this pieces of Shabadi tiles and the powder Shabadi into the two test tube containing 10 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid, what you will observe? Now what you will observe over here? You will observe from the above experiment that the powder Shabadi, okay, it mixes, okay, it is mix, or the speed of its to mix in the dilute hydrochloric acid is faster than that of the pieces of the Shabadi tiles. Okay, so here you can see, you can make an statement over here. Smaller the size of the reactant particle, higher is the rate of the reaction. So as small the particles are there, the rate of the reaction is also more, because the powder Shabadi, it got mixed up easily, quickly into the dilute hydrochloric acid, whereas the pieces of Shabadi took time. Therefore you can say that the smaller the size of particle, the higher is the rate of reaction. Now let us see concentration, the third factor affecting the rate of chemical reaction. The third factor which affects the rate of chemical reaction is concentration of the reactant. Now here also a small experiment we are going to see. Let us consider the reaction of dilute and concentrated hydrochloric acid. Okay, both dilute also and concentrated hydrochloric acid with what? With that of calcium carbonate powder. Now dilute hydrochloric, when it reacts, it dilute HCl or dilute hydrochloric acid, it reacts very slowly with calcium carbonate, okay, and thereby calcium carbonate disappears very slowly into dilute hydrochloric acid. Whereas when calcium carbonate, it is mixed in the concentrated hydrochloric acid, or it is added in the concentrated hydrochloric acid, the reaction takes place rapidly, or the reaction takes place quickly, and calcium carbonate disappears very fast in the concentrated hydrochloric acid. So here you can say that concentrated acid reacts faster. Concentrated acid reacts faster than that of dilute acid, which means that rate of reaction is proportional in the concentration of the reaction. The fourth one factor is temperature of the reactant. In the decomposition reaction, we have seen an experiment, and in this experiment what we have seen, the lime water does not turn milky before heating, because the lime water which was in the test tube B, it did not turn milky, but as the limestone was heated, heat was being given to the limestone in the test tube A. What happened? It released the carbon dioxide gas. This carbon dioxide gas passes through the bent tube and enter into the B test tube, where lime water was present, and as the lime water entered there, it turned milky. So firstly it didn't turn milky, but when the carbon dioxide gas what passed through the bent tube, then only the lime water turned milky. It means when the heat was being provided, then what happened? When the heat was being provided, then only the lime water turn into milky. From this what we learn? We learn that the rate of reaction increases as there is increase in the temperature. So as the temperature increases, the rate of reaction also increases. Now the last factor affecting the rate of chemical reaction is catalyst. What do you mean by it? The substance in whose presence the rate of chemical reaction changes without causing any chemical change. What happened over here in the catalyst? What happened? The substance in the presence the rate of chemical reaction changes, means the rate of chemical reaction changes, but there is no change in without causing any chemical change, that is called as catalyst. For example, if you go to see over here, if you go to see, it is KClO2. Okay, when it is been heated, okay, it gives you potassium chloride plus oxygen. Okay, so here you can see, here is this balance. Can you see if it is balanced? Okay, so you have to make it balance over here. And here in this reaction, what we are seeing over here in the catalyst, the rate of the above reaction, okay, the rate of this reaction neither increases by reducing the particle size nor by increasing the reaction temperature. So in this equation, in this chemical equation, what happened here? What happened? There is neither increase by the reduction of a particle or in the size, means the size also does not reduce, nor there is increase in any increase in the temperature. However, KClO2 decomposes rapidly, means very quickly it goes under a chemical reaction, and when it goes under a chemical reaction or chemical change, it decomposes very quickly, fastly, in the presence of what? In the presence of magnesium dioxide. In the presence of magnesium dioxide, and oxygen gas is been liberated. Okay, oxygen gas has been liberated. Therefore, catalyst is what? The substance in whose presence the rate of chemical reaction change without any chemical change. Okay, it is called as catalyst. So these are the 5 factors which affects the rate of chemical reactions.